So students, we will discuss now about the dimensions of business environment. Students, no business can get escaped from the effect, from the influence of the business environment. Rather, it has to make some changes in its own policies according to the environment. So, the different kind of environment that affect the business activities are categorized here. I discussed with you in previous video also. So how many categories are there which are known as dimensions of business environment? First one is economic environment. Students, in economic environment, or we can say these are those environment, these are those forces which affect the economy of the country in which the business is being operated. It affects, it can be due to GDP, it can be due to national income, per capita income. So many things are there. Due to the policies, economic policies, such environment that affect the economy, that affect economically to the business activities are known as economic environment. And second one is social environment. What is social environment? It is related to the social activities, related to the society where the business exists, because the business is using the resources of the society. So it is its responsibility also to do something for the society. And in social environment, the customer's taste, customer choice, customer preferences are being involved. Okay, students. Then thereafter, political environment. These are those forces, these are those effects which are due to the political party of the country. There can be some government which are in favor of a particular business. There can be some government which are against the particular business. So, if such government is formed which is against the activities of your business, then it can affect adversely. So, you have to make changes in your internal environment. On the basis of that, government government can make changes in its policy related to the product which you are producing. It can make ban also. That's why such environments are known as political environment. And the next one is legal environment. These are those environment in which the business has to follow some rules and regulations, laws which are being framed by the court. Clear, students? So every business, it is the duty of every business to fulfill the legal requirement, to follow all the rules which are being framed by the court, etc. And one of the example of legal environment can be the court has decided and announced, and it has made compulsion for each and every company to print some legal warning. Suppose you would have seen on a packet of a cigarette, smoking is injurious to health. So on such product, the legal requirements are there to be followed. So such kind of environment is known as legal environment. And the last one is technological environment. In technological environment, students, these are those forces which affect the business on the basis of technologies. Day by day, new technologies, new innovations are taking place. So the business also has to make some changes, and every business has to sell upgraded product with new and latest technology. If a business is producing its goods on the basis of outdated or previous technology, it will become impossible to sell its product for the particular business. Clear, students? So all such environments, all such forces are mentioned or are considered as technological environment. Clear, students? So these were the dimensions of business environment, and you need to understand the meaning only. And what type of questions are asked from you in board examination, students? These dimensions can be asked from you. What are the dimensions of the business environment? And you have to write their meaning, their definitions. And one more thing is also there. If case studies are formed from this chapter, so one example is given to you. Suppose polythene is banned in UP. So what type of environment is it? It is legal, political, social, economic or technological. Introduction of new upgraded product in the market. What type of environment is it? So printing of any legal warning, any statutory warning on a product. What type of environment is it? So this type of questions will be asked to you, can be asked to you in examination. So what you are supposed to prepare, after understanding their meaning, you need to prepare yourself from such type of environment, from such examples, and such case studies are also given to you in your textbook. You can refer there, and some of the examples are also given along with the paragraph where the particular dimension is being explained in your book. So you are advised to see that and go through that carefully. Okay, students? So now we will move to our next topic of the chapter, and which is last topic of this chapter also. And that is new industrial policy, or we can say new economic policy, 1991. And I think this is the last topic of the chapter also, new economic policy. Yes. Students, you would have studied in 11th standard in economics, Indian economic development. I think it is now in 12th standard. Earlier it was in 11th standard. You can see in your syllabus. So, and in your 10th standard or 9th standard also you would have studied about this policy. That is called new economic policy. What is it? Students, Indian economy was boosted after the introduction of this policy, and at that time the ex-Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh was the finance minister in Congress government. He introduced this policy, and what was the main feature of this policy? The main feature of this policy was LPG. L stands for liberalization. P stands for privatization. liberalization, and G stands for globalization. This was the main feature of new economic policy. You all are aware about it that before 1991 there were many restrictions in India over the business. Most of the business were in hands of government. General public was not allowed to enter in all business. Thereafter, after introduction of this policy, these vast changes were introduced. What is meant by liberalization? Before 1991, Indian companies and liberalization. Before 1991, there were many restrictions on the business, on their activities, and so many taxes were there which were also imposed on the businesses. That's why after liberalization, government became softer in their policy framing. It became liberal towards the businessman, and it provided a lot of reliefs to the businessman. And you can well understand this topic from today's environment. How? Because due to this epidemic, government has given so many options, liberal options to the population, so that they can stand themselves and go ahead in their career. In the same way, at that time also, so many restrictions were there which have been removed, and only few restrictions left which were essential to be imposed, and government promoted the public, the citizen of the India, to enter the business and improve their career. This was the feature of liberalization. Thereafter, privatization. Students, through privatization, government before 1991, or we can say before this industrial policy, as I said, that most of the businessmen were restricted to enter in so many kind of categories, so many fields of business. But after this policy, government opened for each and everyone, opened to enter in any kind of business. Only few were left in the hands of government. Today also it is so. Only I can see in my surrounding hazardous products which are which are harmful for the society, that are in the hands of government: arms, energy, and atomic. And one more thing is also there, that is railway. And for future, the government is also planning to privatize the railway department. So earlier it was not so. Each and every person was not allowed to enter in any kind of business. Means so many restrictions were there. So government opened each and everything for the public. Clear, students? Now if you want to start business, you can start any kind of business except atomic energy, except railway and weapons. And next one is globalization. Through globalization, Indian government removed all restrictions on Indian companies to go out of India, and it also removed restrictions from MNCs to come to India. So everyone was allowed to go everywhere and start their business. So this was the main feature of the the economic policy in 1991. So students, its impacts and its effects are all removed from your syllabus, and after this topic, the topic is given to you, that is impact of new economic policy on Indian economy. It is being removed now from your topic. Clear, students? In this way, this chapter is over. We will discuss a little about this chapter tomorrow also. Thereafter we will start new chapter. Okay, students, till then, goodbye.